lovelies, it's Kelsey. Hope you're staying safe and a little bit sane during quarantine. Today, in our 9 Sacred Pathways, we're going to be talking about what it means to be a contemplative. A contemplative is someone who draws near to God through adoration, or put simply, it's someone who seeks and leans into having a personal and loving relationship with God. We don't just see Him as our creator, we see Him as our best friend, our favorite person to be with. When I was growing up, my mentor would often tell me how God not only loves me, but He also likes me and wants to spend time with me. Now, I think we often hear that so many times we kind of take it for granted. Of course God loves me. He's God. It's His job. He has to. But think about that for a moment. The creator of the universe, the one who made raindrops and snowflakes and stars and flowers, He's actually really fond of you, and He wants to spend time with you. Picture a little kid who wakes up in the night having a bad dream. She might call out to her dad if they've got a good relationship. And the father, because he loves his little child very much, will come, comfort, maybe bring a glass of water, and definitely a hug. Now, picture that little girl's dad. His day job is to be the king of an entire country. A villager would not bang on the castle doors for a glass of water, and a servant would not wake him up if they had a bad dream. The only person who would dare to do something so outrageous is his kid. As the daughter grows up, she will grow to understand that her father is a very powerful and important man with lots of responsibilities, but the first relationship that she cares about is that it's her daddy, and that she can contact him whenever she's in trouble, or when she wants a hug, or when she just wants to be with him. The Bible talks about how we are adopted into Christ's family, and in doing so, we have been given that same outrageous access. One of my favorite parts of the Bible is in John 13 during the Last Supper. Tucked away in a much larger sentence is the tiny detail that John was right up against Jesus' chest. He was close enough, he was right here. He was able to hear Jesus' heartbeat and feel the warmth coming from his body. And that kind of relationship is what the contemplative is really striving for. Now, the cool thing to know about John is he was 14 when this happened. We believe that the disciples, the only one over 20 was Peter. Everyone else was a teenager. John had been traveling with Jesus since he was about 11 years old, your guys' age. The other really cool thing about John is, in the book he wrote, he never calls himself by his own name. He calls himself the one whom God loved, the one who Jesus loved. The thing that he defined himself by was this closeness and intimacy he had with the God who loved him, who he loved back. So the first thing to be aware of is this is a real relationship. God isn't some genie that you snap your fingers and suddenly you're best friends. Like any of your really important relationships, these things take time and a conscious decision to be invested. We often trick ourselves in not approaching Jesus because we figure He already knows. Yes, He does, but He doesn't want to just know. He wants a relationship with us, and that means we willingly come to Him every single day. Okay, so now we're going to be taking question and answers. In the meantime, I've got 2 challenges for you. During this week, I want you to spend some time committed to talking to God out loud. I find it helpful to pick a spot in space and just talk to Him right there. The next is have a prayer journal, 15 minutes a day, in the morning or in the evening. Just write, "Dear God," and write what's going on in your life. I would love to see pictures of your journals and hear how things in the conversation is going. Don't be discouraged if it doesn't feel like anything's happening. These things take time. You don't go to the gym once and have a six-pack, and you don't talk to someone once and immediately have a perfect connection with him. But it is the most important relationship you will ever have in your life, and I have never regretted just being with him.